Coming up on this month's edition of The Now, a look into the STEM Capstone courses. A Husky teacher talks about his process of adopting children, and your monthly sports update. Good morning, Huskies, and welcome back to this month's edition of The Now. From your Advanced Media Lab, I'm Erica Brandt.
And I'm Drake McIntyre.
STEM Capstone courses are offering North students a unique opportunity to create their own curriculum. Harper Dade has the story.
Thanks, guys. In the last few years, Naperville North students have been offered an increasing number of classes that use technology to help students to learn at a high level and learn independently. The STEM Capstone class allows students to achieve both. This class is an opportunity for some students interested in science, technology, engineering, and math to branch out and create a project of their own design over a course of a semester or a year. With the variety in projects, Capstone students need to gather information for their work. Students are able to branch out and ask experts and/or other students from their class or around the globe. We talked to junior Kyle Friedman about the communication necessary to succeed.
You're not going to know everything going in like this. You're going to have to talk to people. A lot of people in the class do reach out to as many people as they can. I reach out to mainly professors and other people in other countries for mechanical advice and other stuff like that.
The Capstone class provides a good opportunity for students to build a portfolio of their work and branch out into internships as well. In fact, students can even receive partnerships with various companies to provide funds and sponsor their work. The class only takes place during 5th period, where students work individually and are graded off progress and effort throughout the semester. Having a time set for students to work allows various opportunities, and for junior Delaney Fitwood, all of these are a plus.
So having that opportunity to use an hour each day has helped me also look into not only my project but possibly future careers in science, and it's helped me kind of figure out my own field of what I want to be when I'm older.
Being in a more independent learning environment, students need to have various characteristics to succeed throughout the semester. We talked to Mark Rousey, who teaches physics as well as the STEM Capstone, about his beliefs on the kind of student that would do well in this class.
The person who thrives in it is someone who can keep track of their work to a degree, but knows when to seek help if they get stuck. That person who's going to do well has a lot of good ideas. They may seem off-the-wall ideas, and we may end up refining them. And I think the person who does well is not afraid to fail.
For sophomores, juniors, and seniors, this class is a chance to become more involved in STEM. With the opportunity, students are able to experience a new learning environment and to gain knowledge about the workforce. This has been Harper Duddy from the North Star. Back to you guys.
NNHS science teacher Mr. Farrell and his wife adopted children from China. Catherine Mellum has his story with international adoption.
Thanks, guys. There is no doubt that international adoption is a long and strenuous journey, but each story has its own ups and downs. NHS physics teacher Kevin Farrell shares his story. When Farrell and his wife finally decided to start the process, they expected to wait the average 9-month period.
9 months turned to a year, to 2 years, to 3 years, and we were about to give up. The line slowed down and we thought it was going to stop. We got a referral for Joy. We were so happy and we were so excited. It took us 4 years to adopt our first child.
In July of 2010, his first daughter, Joy, was ready to be adopted from China. Wanting a sister for Joy, he entered the system again, but this time it was different. Knowing that most kids up for adoption were disabled, he decided to give one of these kids a home. That is when he adopted his second girl, Julia, in March of 2012.
The regular adoption process for girls in China had stopped, but we still wanted to give her an Asian sister, so we decided to go through special needs. And we saw Julia, and we just knew that that was our daughter. She had spina bifida, but we knew that we could give her the care that she needed. And so we brought her in, and it's been wonderful. It's just been a great experience having, they're the best. You can tell they're good sisters and they really love each other.
The sisters were getting along well, but something was still not in place.
She was really torn because she had a really close, called him her brother, and his name was Depung. and he was left behind. She missed him. She was afraid for his life. She was afraid for him. And I told her, I said, if we ever find him, we'll go get him. 4 years later, we finally found him and did the paperwork and went and got him.
Da Pong has cerebral palsy and had been abused in his adoption center. When he came to America this last September, he was severely malnourished and lacked basic education.
I mean, you could tell they starved him probably. I know that sometimes they kick him when they're walking past him.
When I got him, he was 50 pounds, and I could put my hands around his rib cage. I just didn't feed him. And now he's 75 pounds. He's starting to walk, and he communicates with us through Google Translate. He understands us, and he's doing a lot better.
Now, Joy, Julia, and Da Pong are happy, comfortable, and most importantly, safe. Joy wants to be a baker, Julia dreams of being an actress, and Da Pong loves to learn. Every parent has their own reasons to adopt, and each adoption has its own unique story.
It's definitely worth it. And the reason why I adopted is that I believe that every child deserves a home. And there are millions of children who don't have homes. Yes, some have special needs, some are older, but they all are searching, and they all are starving for affection and for parents to love them.
This has been Catherine Mellon from the North Star. Back to you guys.
We now go to Katie DeWard with your monthly sports update.
Hey Huskies, it's Katie DeWard back with your monthly sports update. Naperville North has recently introduced an esports team to the growing list of clubs and activities that Naperville North students can participate in. We go to Josh Peach with the story.
Thanks, Katie. We got a chance to catch up with Naperville North's brand new esports team after their first tournament of the season.
Yeah, we had our first tourney last weekend. Even though we didn't perform that great, it's still, like any video game tournament are some of the most fun experiences I've ever been to. Even more than just the competition, it's about kind of connecting with your team and being with your friends and kind of learning about each other through that way. And so even though we didn't perform too well, I think we still all enjoyed the experience of getting to play together as a team and getting to compete against different schools.
We also got a chance to talk to senior Michael Pater about how the club got started.
I kind of wanted to start the esports club because I didn't really see, there's a bunch of people that basically didn't really have a place at Naperville North that played video games and didn't really have a good club to go to. There were some other clubs that did some similar things, but not a truly competitive and casual place for people who like video games to come and play.
I've actually been playing video games since I was little, but I wasn't really ever competitive for it. And the esports club gives you a place to play with other people who've probably been playing the same amount of time that you've been playing. And it's kind of just like a nice circle of people who you share common interests with. And it gives you something to talk about and things to do after school together with, and gives you a whole new group of friends that you can potentially make.
The Husky esports team will continue their season by participating in tournaments with games such as League and Overwatch. Thanks guys, back to you.
Thanks Josh. This month saw both cross-country teams and the boys soccer team taking on state finals. For the third straight year, girls cross-country and boys soccer claimed first place at state championships, and the boys cross-country team placed 15th. Girls volleyball also battled for state at the end of last month, but were defeated by Bennett Academy in sectional finals. Our women's swim and dive team competed at state as well. Freshmen Madeline Conrad and sophomores Megan Simpson and Holly Wessel also competed in individual events, and the 200-yard freestyle medley advanced to state series. Basketball season has also kicked off this month. Over the weekend, the girls team won their Thanksgiving tournament, and the boys team went 2-2. Wrestling competed on Saturday as well and lost 3 tough matches. That's all for sports this month. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Katie. And that's all for this month's edition of The Now. Be sure to follow the North Star on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and check out our website at nnhsnorthstar.com. From the North Star, this has been Erica Brandt.
And Drake McIntyre. Have a great day, Huskies, and we'll see you next month.